Bowie once sang,
I watch the ripples change their size, but never leave the stream of warm.
2018 was a huge year of change for me. I've gone from losing my faith in humanity and being pretty depressed and disgusted with the way we treat one another to seeing my hopes and dreams starting. But it's because of those changes as to why I see things the way I see them now. That's the reason I wanted to tell this story. Now, I don't want to pontificate all over the video and whatnot. This is just how I feel, so I'm going to try to keep this short. Welcome to my first vlog of 2019.
Spare some change. Leave me alone, I don't have any change.
Change can seem really bad. For example, I have really bad ADHD, and I feel like the thing that helps me the most is having a set routine of how I start my day. When I get up, what I do. Everything has a set order and routine to it, and I don't like breaking it. But then the question comes to play, what happens if you don't adapt to change? If we all stay teenagers in our mind, nothing would ever get done. Jobs wouldn't be gone to, bills wouldn't be getting paid. Sure, it might seem like fun, but you don't proceed with your life. So I feel like change is a positive reaction to evolution. Darwin noted that animals in the Galapagos Islands would change to better suit their environment for a better chance at survival or success, as it were. Change generally is good. Businesses change all the time to kind of help profit margins and be more successful. If change doesn't work, then you change again. My favorite example, since I am half of Cinefanatics, which if you don't know what that is the movie channel that I have with my brother. Go look up Cinefanatics on YouTube and check out our movie content. Since I am half of a movie channel, one of my favorite examples for change is Blockbuster Video. We all know about Blockbuster Video being like the mega powerhouse of movie rentals during the 90s. But what happened was they failed to change. Things like Netflix and Redbox came in, and while at first Blockbuster did not want to adapt to those kind of technologies, or systems, they didn't want to mail DVDs. They didn't think that that was going to work. These other companies did and succeeded. And Blockbuster at the last minute was like, oh, okay, we'll start doing that too. And it was too little too late. You failed to adapt to the change that was happening and you missed out. And what happened to Blockbuster? Well, as you see, they went out of business. And Captain Marvel crashed through their roof. Both in business and personally, if you don't change, you can't grow. I'm not a fan of making New Year's resolutions just because I feel like at this point, making New Year's resolutions is commonly thought of as a joke.
Merry New Year!
Like, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna hit the gym. 2 weeks later, you're not at the gym anymore and you're back to eating burgers and fries on the regular. I mean, if you're able to stick to a resolution, fantastic. But for me, I'm deciding I'd rather just make changes and goals. This year, I'm changing my outlook on life. I want to be more positive. I feel like I'm extremely negative and sometimes kind of a judgmental. I also want to keep a regimented video schedule. One of the things that people taught us all the time at VidCon was to stick to a release schedule. People who are interested in your content, who subscribe to you, they want to see what's going to happen the next week. It's like a popular TV show. If the TV show just stopped airing new episodes or didn't air a new episode for a while, then people would stop watching. Unless you're Game of Thrones, people will wait like 2 years for the next new episode of that. I don't know why. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but yeah, good on them. Towards the end of last year, I kind of fell off of this release schedule, mostly due to depression. I still helped out and kept Cinefanatics going, and I was excited to do that, and that's kind of what helped drive me. But my own vlogs suffered for it, just due to depression and timing. I intend to fix that this year. If I've got a story to tell, I'm gonna tell it. And also, I would like to get back in shape. I'm really tired of being unhealthy, and I figured the best way to do that is to publicly announce it on here. Therefore, my subscribers, people viewing this video, I know someone's going to see this, and therefore I know that there are people out there that are essentially going to hold me to what I'm saying. If I don't do this, if I don't do what I'm publicly stating in a video, then I failed. I feel like, my own opinion, I feel like I failed as a human, and I failed as a YouTuber. Plus, we're going to South by Southwest this year and VidCon again, and I want to be able to actively walk around and move around a little bit more. I'm usually kind of more of like, well, I walked 500 miles and I would walk 5 steps. Let's sit down and rest. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be more active. I also want to look back at around this time in 2020 and say that this video of change helped, and I'll probably make a video about that. So to cement these ideas of change, I've decided to make a change, something I've never done before, and I figured it's about time. I wanted to do something epic, something permanent. It was time for a tattoo. So I went to Little Prick's Tattoo in Austin, Texas, and got something great. So here it is. The overall triangle is the Greek symbol for change. The opening on the side shows that you're open to change, and the lines on top show that you want to keep moving forward. The maze was an added design that, as I just didn't want it to be a plain triangle. I wanted some other kind of design in there. It represents, to me, life and how crazy it is with its twists and turns. Also notice that there's no real starting place in this tattoo. There's a bunch of twists and turns all over the place, and it only ends in the one little opening on the side of the triangle. So for this video, I would like to personally thank a couple of people that have helped me so far on this change wagon. First of all, it's going to be my brother Chris. You go check out his videos over at Method Living Productions. In my opinion, he is the Casey Neistat of the two of us. He will be successful, and I hope to one day be just half as good as he is at filming and vlogging. I also want to thank some former co-workers, namely Marlene and Jerry, whose professional advice is helping to shape who I am now. Change can be scary, but can also be rewarding. It isn't hard to make changes either. You could just start with something small. Maybe something like skipping a dessert or an Oreo or whatever. That could be a catalyst for change. What do you plan on changing? Like or dislike this video and tell me why. And as always, subscribe. I have some great ideas and adventures planned. I would love it if you would come along and join me for those. So come hang out. Until then, later.